communities, Usher has become a beacon of hope. He's shown us what it truly means to lead with love and purpose. This award I couldn't give to any other person. I believe Usher is one of the greatest entertainers that lives. It's Humanitarian Award.
Oh man, what an honor. I'm gonna thank a lot of people, and I hope you have the patience. I know this is I think this is the last honor of tonight, but I do want to really be clear with my words, and also to make certain that I don't forget anything. The first and most important thing that I have to say about this moment is I'm obviously thankful for the Black Music Action Coalition. I'm honestly humbled by the recognition in this manner and to be amongst so many. I'm thankful that God has given me this opportunity, and in the same way we could say, God used me. Daily, I just ask that I remain useful to God. That whatever opportunity I have to be able to shed light, to be able to be a representation of growth that can help other people, to be at least a reference of what you could be in the event that you dream. But what is a dream, right? Without action. What is knowledge without action? God's word says in James 2:17, faith without action is dead. So thank you guys so much, this amazing committee, BMAC, for all of the work that you do and all of the honorees that you constantly recognize and continue to lift up. To whom much is given, much is required. As a kid, I was given this very odd, awkward name because I never accidentally ran into somebody that even had a middle name Usher. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bit complicated, but the most unfortunate reality is that I was gifted this name by a man who never showed up, who was never there to help me give meaning, give understanding, give some reference to what this name means, where it came from, and what it could potentially be. And what I did is, or better yet, what I was blessed with was an amazing mother who helped me understand the power of prayer. And I realized in that moment that the Divine Father was the Father that I needed to be everything that I would be in time. I didn't understand that I would be on this stage, but I did have a vision at a very young age that I would be in this position, be able to celebrate in this moment with you. But everywhere I am, I carry her with me. I carry her words. I carry her spirit. I carry her gratitude. I carry her love for God. And one of her last words was, there's a time to laugh, and there's a time to cry. There's a time to live, and there's a time to die. This, it didn't really resonate. I didn't really understand it at the time, but the more I've lived and began to cope with her no longer being here, me now having to carry out a lot of those things, I think about the fact that God has blessed me with so many incredible mentors and people who represented that of a father to me. Starting with an incredible man who's in the audience tonight that I want to recognize. His name is Virgil Roberts, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to give him a round of applause. Virgil took me under his wing at a very young age. I think I may have been maybe 15 or 16 years old. And I didn't know that he would be as impactful in the type of things that I would do and the man that I would grow to become. But his service to others, his generosity, his care, his patience with me, and the process of understanding as a public defender and having his own process, practice, it taught me humility. And as a result of having you in my life, I became this man. You taught me the importance of being a humanitarian. You taught me the importance of being consistent. You taught me the importance of what it was to actually be there for someone else. You taught me what it was to be a man, and I thank you for that, Virgil. I look at you like my father. Throughout my journey, there were many countless other people who were mentors to me. Ben Vereen was a mentor to me. Quincy Jones later on, when I met him, both him, Quincy, Martin Luther King, so many people who advocate in the same way that BMAC does. My entire team that is here, my brother James Lackey is in the building. Thank you so much, man, for being here to celebrate this moment with me. Chris Chambers, Kenny Masalas, my management, and my partner, Ron Lafitte. Thank you so much, man. As I look in the audience, there's so many people who have been a part of my growth. Rather it was Terry Lewis and Jimmy Terry Lewis. Rather it was Kenny Burns and just being a big brother, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, man. As I look over here and I see my old Arista staff, I see Mark Cheatham in the building, Mark Byers, so many incredible people who have been of value to me. Being named a humanitarian isn't a title that I carry lightly. 25 years ago when my mother and I created New Look, the goal was to create that, but they don't have the same opportunities and access to thrive as their counterparts do. As a black man in a world that often overlooks and underestimates us, it gives me immense pride that I can be a part of something that helps bridge that gap. Aside from just being Usher, the performer, the entertainer, the icon for 30 years, I strive every day to just be Usher, the human, who has the means and the power to inspire and create action and bring awareness to the issues that we face as black men and women in this country. Every day I tell my 4 children, give me a applause for that. Every day I tell my 4 children to utilize, God's given talents. Whatever you may want to be, you can, but the most important thing to be is to be of service to others. I encourage you all to do the same as you leave here. I'm so thankful for this honor. Bobby, now another one, right? When I first started, I didn't just tell you that I bought your cassette. It was the only one I could afford. And I really had to work hard at it because my mom, we lived off of $20 a week. I had to manage to eat we had to manage to survive, and it was me, James, and my mom. So I had to do a lot of chores. I got a few dollars, and I saved them up, and I did this with pride because I wanted to be able to purchase that CD. That wasn't a CD, it was a cassette. And I remember going to Eastgate Mall, and she's like, "This is what you want to spend with your first money?" I'm making an investment in my future is what I felt. And if I can save this money and I get this tape, there's a light there, because maybe I can define myself or what this name Usher means if I can be more like Bobby Brown, right? So I bought the tape, and I played it and I played it and I played it until it popped. You know what I'm talking about when that tape was hot. But you know, that wasn't enough. As my mother played music, and she was influenced by the Whispers and Babyface, who would be of influence, but I didn't really quite know it. I just kept getting these signs, and God was just dropping these jewels in front of me to follow. You know, I do work with the Boys and Girls Club and after-school programs. It is an extension of what we do with New Look, as I'm an alumni. But I happen to be in a meeting with youth, as I allow them to come into real world experiences, to be able to look and be able to visualize their future by way of seeing it, because through new world experiences, a new look, you're offered an opportunity to find your passion. Anyway, one of the kids says to me, "What happens when you're dealt a bad hand?" I said, "Well, you're gonna be dealt many bad hands in your life. It's really how you play the game. Just because you got a bad hand, it don't mean you don't have good cards." So in many ways, those cards lead to the evidence that there is something greater to come. So every time you look at your hand, you can look at it as a perception of bad, or you can play poker and flash that hand and say, "You really want this? You want this smoke?" And maybe your partner will fold, or either you'll be able to hold that hand to the next time, and they know, oh, this person really understands what they're doing. But the significance of that is, as I said, God was placing these moments, these gems along my way. And I know I'm getting long, I'm sorry, but I gotta give you all this, because God is real, He is real. So I buy this tape, and I'm listening to it, right? And I start listening to the radio because the tape popped. And now you have, you know, songs like End of the Road on the radio. And now I'm trying to sing this song. Oh, God, it's incredible. Eventually, we moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm trying to start a career. I had a bit of a start in Chattanooga singing with a group, but it didn't really work out. But I moved to Atlanta, and I'm singing in talent shows, and I'm trying my hardest to be recognized. And who do I meet? He tells you that he's known me since I was 12, 13. It's real. He knew me before all of you knew me. I was discovered by his bodyguard. A.J. Alexander was the person who introduced me to Bobby Brown and so many other people in this industry. But I'm thankful for the investment that you would benefit from, because I bought your tape, but I'm just saying. I'm thankful for the investment in my dream, because if you truly do believe you can, I just encourage each and every person in here to continue to make the investment that you are into others, because it really does matter. There may be a kid with an odd name that just needs somebody to pour into them, that needs somebody to believe in them, that needs somebody to encourage them to be able to find their way to their passion. As a result of that, you have what I am, and then so much more. God bless each and every one of you. I thank you for this honor. I thank you, LL. I thank you, Ivy. I thank you and all the honorees for being a part of this night. Love y'all. Thank you.